Hello there, and welcome to our teachers, administration, Somers Board of Education, friends, family, and the class of 2022. I also welcome my mom, dad, brother, and the rest of my family here with me today. I would not be here without them. Before I begin, I would like to thank the internet, Wikipedia, Quizlet, the Control-Z, Control-V functions, Steve Heimler, and Eddie Wu. It is my great honor to be the salutatorian of this exquisite class. Learning alongside those who sit next to me over the last 13 years has been a privilege. To represent this gifted class today is truly humbling. However, this symbolic silver medal and what it stands for is not what I will solely remember about my high school experience. I will not remember the tests, homework, or presentations that led to my GPA. Instead, I will remember the collaboration with my peers, the communication with my teachers, and the creativity of technology. Throughout our educational journey, it has been incredible to see the world around us evolve. The technology we use changed from the slow, small white tablets that were rolled into our classrooms in SIS to strong, fast, powerful MacBooks and Surface laptops. We upgraded from blackboards to whiteboards to high-tech projectors. We upgraded from paper textbooks to digital textbooks. But through all this, our greatest assets have remained constant. Our greatest assets have always and will always be our teachers. The most special kinds of classes are the ones where our teachers are just as passionate about learning as the students. I think back to world history in 9th and 10th grade with Mr. Colaris. Mr. Colaris was never afraid to participate in a heated discussion with the students. Open communication in a safe environment between teachers and students is the best way to learn in this 21st century. I think back to 11th grade computer science class, where Mr. Soni worked with the students to problem solve. We worked as a team. We approached tasks where the solution was not known ahead of time. We communicated and collaborated to reach a goal together. As Steve Jobs said, you can have the greatest idea in the world, but if you can't communicate your ideas, it doesn't matter. This is what learning is all about. As many of you know, I often joke about the use of my social media. But in all seriousness, it is because of social media that I had the opportunity to take part in a once-in-a-lifetime journey by joining the boys varsity soccer team on their state championship run. My Twitter account allows me to share my thoughts without fear or pressure to direct my comments to anyone in particular. I thank all my teachers, specifically my elementary school teachers, for harnessing my creativity, for allowing me to write fantasy and dystopian, for allowing me to draw outside the lines, and for allowing me to reach the answer to questions by following a different path. I want you to think about different ways you can continue to express your creativity as you graduate high school. Social media may not be your way, but I promise there is a way for you. This is what learning is all about. My most memorable and rewarding academic moments never came from achieving high grades, but instead they came from fulfilling projects. This year, in Mr. Amato's class, I was in a partnership with a freshman. A senior and a freshman working together to build a robot. We spent weeks on the project, assembling pieces of metal, screws, and wires. And finally, after constructing and coding the robot, and tons of trial and error, we got it to work. We were able to drive our robot all around the classroom. This was the most gratifying moment of my high school journey. Together, we accomplished a goal, solved a problem as partners. I used to be the type of student who dreaded group work. I preferred to work individually. But I've realized that learning to collaborate is more important than learning any formula or fact. Remember, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. This is what learning is all about. Collaboration, communication, and creativity are all skills that must be practiced. Graduates, as you move on past high school, Continue to search for opportunities to practice these skills. I encourage you to work with others and not just by yourself. I encourage you to discuss ideas without fear of rejection. I encourage you to express your humor or passions, even if there is not an audience listening. Graduates, when you confront obstacles in your future, do not panic. Embrace the struggle like we did throughout high school. From having a different schedule each year to the challenges of hybrid learning and masking, there is nothing that can be thrown at your way that you are not already prepared for. If nothing else, remember this. Right now, you are the product of every decision you have ever made. Every win, every loss, every success, every failure has made you into the person you are sitting here today. From this moment on, each decision, action, and interaction will shape the person you become when you are 20, 30, 50, and 80. Be kind to each other, be accepting of each other, and most importantly, never stop being yourself. Thank you, and bye to Div.